Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Welcome to the Daily Grind, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. That was not Bachman Turner Overdrive BTO. That was Rusty and Luke at RL. I don't know. It's Monday. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker. I got Rusty with me. It is Monday. We're starting the week off right. It's Media Day.
Mm-hmm.
We're back. We're officially back. Twas the day before training camp and all through the house. I don't know. I'm excited.
All the creatures were stirring.
There you go. There you go. How are you, brother?
I am good. It's a good Monday. You know, it's a long weekend football-wise. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But we finally made it to basketball season, Luke. And I was outside this morning enjoying my coffee like I always do. And talking with my neighbor who used to be a chef for Lady Gaga. And I was like, what was that like? He was like, it's easier than you think. She only likes your meat one way. I was like, how is that? And he was like, rah, rah, ooh, rah, rah. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
Oh man, I got that one right when it was happening, and I was like, man,
it scratches the itch in your brain when it clicks, right? It's like, yes.
I know that dance too. I can do that on another day. That's another live stream. You got to pay for that.
Shout out to Lady Gaga.
Shout out Lady Gaga. She's the best. She is the GOAT. Let's we actually have a decent amount to talk about, which shout out Art, shout out Edward, shout out everybody in the comments. I thank you guys. Thank you for starting the week off. Let's start, I guess, with before we get into the nitty-gritty of training camp. There was some news that dropped over I guess it was Saturday. We got a like a 4-person Grizzlies injury news and medical update. I'm going to start with the good news first because I'm going to need you to explain to me the not so good news.
Sure.
So we knew Cedric Coward was expected to be a full participant. He was cleared. Zach Edey, who underwent surgery to address laxity in his left ankle, has been cleared to begin ramping up basketball activities. Expected to return in 6 to 9 weeks. Is that good?
Right on target. Yeah, right on target for where I told you.
Right. Yeah, I was like
around Thanksgiving, and 9 weeks from last Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Yep. Triple J, who underwent a procedure to repair turf toe, turf toe be going around, has been cleared to begin ramping up all basketball activities. Again, he expected to return to play in 4 to 6 weeks. Was that was also the timeline you gave, right? Or is that a little on the shorter side?
I said that it would be. I said it'd be like late at first when it first happened. Like it could have been catastrophic. It could have been 6 months. But after I kind of got the emotion and the fanatic side out, and kind of my logical brain took over, I said early November, which this is going to be right around that timeline. Right, it's going to be late October, early November. I mean, we know turf toe sucks, and when you're a big guy with a history of stuff, you know you're going to be. You got to be careful. Well, anytime they go in to repair a tendon or a ligament like that, you're going to be careful. And we know the Grizzlies' history. They are very, very cautious when it comes to injuries, like lower body injuries, especially on big men. And so with Zach Edey's tightening of a ligament, that's a surgery that you got to be really careful with to make sure that it takes. And then same with Jaren's turf toe. You don't want any kind of aggravation. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're on the higher end, like closer to the 6 weeks, closer to the 9 weeks before they return.
Yeah, and I mean, you put that ball on the wiffle tee you put that ball on the tee for me to hit. Speaking of big men and their medical updates.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I love T-ball. Bring T-ball back.
There are only 2 sports in the world where you can have a tie. That's T-ball and the NFL.
Where are you?
That's the only 2 places.
Where are you, Edward?
He's already said something about it.
Okay, did he? I missed it.
He said, I'll take a tie before a loss. Like, okay. I get it.
I get it.
There's only 2 sports that you can tie in, and tying is the friggin' worst.
I hate it.
It's like almost as bad as soccer. It's just
stupid. We digress because you can't tie on injuries. It'd be cool if you could. Maybe, I don't know. Brandon Clark will undergo a procedure to address knee synovitis. What is this?
Well done. Synovitis. Nice job.
Bah! I have a friend that's a pediatrician. It has nothing to do with this. Oh, no, I zoomed in. Synovitis, and he is expected to be reevaluated, which is the worst word that we can possibly see, in 6 weeks, sources tell ESPN. So if you're a Grizzlies fan, you can read between the lines on what that means. Clark missed the tail end of last season with a PCL sprain in that same knee, right? The same knee. And it's fully healed. He's expected to make a full recovery. But he's probably not playing until at least November.
Yeah. So, synovitis is inflammation of the lining of the knee joint because it's synovial tissue, or it's a joint capsule that keeps synovial fluid inside the joint to keep the joint lubricated so it can move and it doesn't get clunky or crunchy on you. When you have that, what they can do is they can go in and kind of debride the lining and get rid of the inflamed tissue. It's a general knee cleanup is essentially what the surgery is.
Do they scrape it? Surgery is weird, man.
Yeah, man. Because it's going to be swollen tissue. It's going to be angry. It's going to be frayed, little tissue that's going to be kind of torn in there. They'll go and they'll scrape that off and they'll clean that out. And then what that does is it creates an environment that doesn't have inflammation in it, so then he can calm down and to feel better. He can run and do those type of things. Problem is, synovitis is typically a stress reaction to overtraining, overuse.
Oh, no.
It's not directly related to the PCL, but more so the ramp up after the PCL injury and kind of getting back to normal play. Maybe explains why he was a little weird in the interviews the other day. But he can make a full recovery. Surgery does tend to help with that because it gets some of that gnarly tissue out of there. That can it creates an environment where it can heal and everything can be refreshed and feel better. But it also can come back. And so this is something I had to monitor as they're watching him ramp back up, just because it is an inflammatory response. They're not getting rid of the synovial, like the joint capsule in there that can get inflamed. They're not getting rid of that tissue. So it could happen again. It's particularly in an older guy, had knee issues, probably got some arthritis in there from previous knee injuries and whatnot. Again, it says a full recovery is expected, and I'm expecting that. I'm staying on the positive side. I'm not a part of that, sect of the fan base that chooses to be negative, and that could be why nobody takes him serious. But I'm choosing to be positive, expecting to make a full recovery. I do think it might be more than 6 weeks, as Art is saying here in the comments. I don't know that we'll get BC back. It could be closer to December, end of December, before BC's fully back and ready to go. Because you think about it, we got to be careful with the healing process. Got to be careful with the ramp up, and then that ramp up is going to take a little bit longer because we don't want to flare up a stress response. So it could take a little bit longer.
Because if I'm hearing you correctly, synovitis comes back. It's something that can come back. It can come back. Amen. Okay, so that's interesting because it's with someone and it's in that same knee. It's just, I imagine that your diagnosis on the cautious side is probably right. Just because you don't want to. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. I do think, I think Art brings up the unfortunate question that I think a lot of people are going to be, which we got a couple. Man, the comments are great today. Do you think we need to? This probably does move BC. We don't have to talk about it today. We can talk about it another day. It unfortunately probably does move BC up on the most likely, just in terms of the contract and what's going on here. It sucks.
Well, who's going to
take him? Yes.
He's going to that may be the case, but we're going to have to pair another couple of picks, first round picks, second round picks, whatever, to move off of him, much like the Marcus Smart situation.
Yeah.
Because, Keelan is exactly right. Yeah, he may not be the same. The ACL started all this, but it really screwed him up for the long run. Again, this isn't 2K where you can force trades. You've got to find somebody that's going to want Brandon Clark. And Brandon Clark is still a serviceable big man. When he's healthy, he is one of the best rebound, hustle guys, make winning play guys that you can find. So that's for sure a thing. But we're not going to be able to just, while he's injured, but let's just move Brandon Clark for Nick Claxton. And because Brooklyn's going to be like, why would we want Brandon Clark? He's beat up. He's damaged goods. He can't stay healthy. We're going to need more than Brandon Clark in order to get a Nick Claxton. And just for Art's examples. So
Brooklyn is insane.
True. And yes, that's probably that's probably what's going to happen in BC, but just be advised that if that's the case, it's going to take draft picks to move him. We don't have any leverage in that situation.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. It's like if people would take him, it might just be for the salary. Honestly, like salary and picks. I mean, yeah, you're 100% right.
So we can't get mad if that's how it works out, because like, and it's not, it very, very unlikely would fetch
a player
like a Nick Claxton level player. Like it's going to be, we're going to be kind of the one getting the shaft in that trade, if you will.
Oh man, I wish I had a better transition to say, speaking of shafts, but I don't have one. It would have been shaft. Shaft. Oh man, I might watch that today. I'm off work. No, I'm gonna watch Media Day. What am I kidding? Speaking of Media Day, it's today. We're gonna be breaking that all down tomorrow, I guess, because it's at 12 Eastern, so it's at 11 Central.
So yeah, now they did announce that it is at 11 today.
It's at 11 today, so tune in. Oh shoot, that's right when you guys are on. So tune into that. But they did announce the training camp roster. Which we were kind of keeping an eye on this all last week. The training camp roster is as follows: Santi Aldama, Tyler Burton, KCP, Brandon Clark, Cedric Coward, Zach Edey, PJ Hall on a two-way, Gigi Jackson, Jaron Jackson, Ty Jerome, Braxton Key, I almost called John Conchar, JK. John Conchar, Jock Landell, Lawson Loverline. Oh, I said it right. John Morant, Scottie Pippen Jr., Omax, Javon Small, Cam Spencer, Jalen Wells, and Vince Williams Jr. What names are missing? I mean, this is the name that we've been looking at. We've been looking at this list all last week. It's expected. The Charlie Brown Jr. signing, I think it was confirmed, was a trade to the Hustle directly. So that's why he's not on this list. Art, I listened to a Charlie Brown Jr. song on Spotify. You were correct. They are pretty good. They're the biggest. They're like one of the biggest rock bands in Brazil. And I looked them up and they're not bad.
That's awesome.
I was just deeply confused when I saw the signing initially. I think that's why he's not here. The biggest is like, where's Meshack?
He's gonna be a hustle player.
He's gonna be a
hustle player.
Has he already signed with the Hustle and we just not know it?
I don't think so, because they would have announced it.
That's what I would think.
You know, we've done this before. Shout out Anthony Sane. I saw you talk about this yesterday. We did this with Andrew Harrison a few years back, where we drafted him, didn't sign him, went straight to kind of a hustle type deal. And I think that's what they're doing here. Look, the NBA, I'm not sitting here trying to be an expert on the CBA and contracts and all that, but there's a path forward where teams can have access to Jemai Meshack's rights if we do it a certain way, whether that be like a 2-way, 10-day something, or if we take another path, which is the path that looks like we're going down, we're protecting his rights for us, for him to start this season in the G League with the Hustle, but ultimately end up on a 2-way. Like, I think that's kind of the path that we're heading. We're trying everything. Obviously, the Grizzlies believe in Jemai Meshack. He got drafted. We drafted him. He got a ton of run in Summer League. He was impressive. It's also a logjam at the wing position. And so I think that what we're likely doing is we're waiting on our front court to get healthy, see what we have. There'll be some cuts. Like, I have zero expectations that Lawson Lovering or Tyler Burton are going to be around this organization by December.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an opportunity then. Like, same with PJ Hall. Maybe you waive PJ Hall's rights, and then Jemai Meshack gets that final 2-way spot when you no longer need PJ Hall because Zach Edey and Jaron and BC are healthy.
I think that is absolutely right, because there's no reason to have Omax and PJ Hall both on 2-ways. There's just no those are both two guys that can play in the front court. You need those reinforcements to start the season. And it's not quite a draft and stash where you want to maintain the rights of the guy, but it's close to it where they're drafting him and they're like, look, brother, you're coming up. We just need you. We don't want to lose you. Maybe that's what this is. We just do not want. Yeah. Which I shout out. I need to be better about clicking on my comments. Like, this would hurt to fit. Like, this is a good point. Like, and I don't think we're going to. I think you hit the nail right on the head. It's like, it seems like they are doing everything within their power to keep him in the organization.
Look, I know people want to bash Zach Kleiman and bash the Grizzly organization because it's fun. It's easy, right? You can sit here and we can sit here and be our armchair GMs and say how we know we do it better. But it's such a complex entity, like forming a roster. Like, it's such a complex process, not an entity. It's a complex process forming an NBA roster. And so it's easy for me to sit here in the comforts of my home in East Memphis and be like, yeah, well, we should do X, Y, and Z and go trade for a Nick Claxton or go get, Cam Johnson and blah, blah, blah. But I like, honestly, like, I know surface level what it takes to build an NBA roster, just like all of you, whether you know it or not. And so what we're doing is position ourselves to keep Jemai Meshack, like Kendarius saying here, for the long run, because I do think there's a role for him on this team.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be an every game starter, but he's going to be that plug and play guy that can come in and be that energy guy. I harken back to one of my favorite Grizzlies often, Jermichael Green.
Yeah.
Be that energy, that bench energy guy. I think that's exactly what Jemai Mashack is for this team. And I think we're doing this process to make sure we hang on to his contract for the long run.
Jermichael, man, it's that you send it to me a lot. Jermichael, you playing tonight?
No.
So good.
I love that. So good.
So good.
Whenever I see it, I share because it's so good. It's too good not to share.
So good.
And J Mike is my boy, even if he didn't go to Alabama.
This is so good. A dynasty is hard to make. You just said that. It's like there's a lot that goes into this. And I when I was writing a lot last season or 2 seasons ago, I did a lot of CBA research. That thing is a bear. That thing is like, it's hard.
It's lawyers speak that gives lawyers headaches.
It is. I found the parts that were easy for me to understand and read those and skipped the parts that were hard. I don't know.
I don't think we have his rights, and it would have to be a mutual rescission of that, a mutual decision if I'm understanding it correctly. He's going to be in South Haven playing in the G League.
Yep. Well, shoot, I'm gonna go see some South Haven games. So go to the Hustle game. It'd be great.
Like 15 minutes from my house, man. Yeah.
Awesome. We're let's take a quick break. It's break time. We're gonna take a really quick break. When we come back, we're gonna switch gears a little bit because we're kind of gonna be sitting on the edge of our seats till media day. Like we're kind of in a holding pattern until then, figuring out what to talk about. But we got some football we need to discuss, which we will right after this quick break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Laughing because Ja really been making some grown man moves out here lately, man.
Mm-hmm.
Starting a firm basically with his family, with consultants of former agents and former player reps, all those type of things. Basically, it's like he's getting professional services for people who know how these contracts work and can do agent type stuff for him. But he's basically paying them for their service and not giving them a cut of his contract. Like you talk about the mega, the super agents and the superstar agents and the mega agents, bro. Y'all made y'all name off the back of dudes who are hooping. Like y'all ain't really doing nothing special, bro. You know what I mean? And I think this is a good thing for the Grizzlies. I think the fact that Ja is doing this without an agent, because an agent's job is to make as much money as he can for himself. And if he's in a situation where he's gonna listen to every team in the world, but with Ja's not out here talking to other teams. He's a player. He's not talking to other teams on his behalf, right? So he knows he's just going to be talking to the Grizzlies.
Tune in to the Anthony Sain Show Monday through Fridays at 1 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
On the theme of things that are unnecessary, I went to my mother's house last night for a stupid gender reveal party in which the cake that I ate had pink icing in it. And we made a huge to-do about it.
Now that's silly.
I just don't understand it.
Gender reveal parties are massively overrated. It's just, it's silly.
Listen, why do I have to have like cheer for a team here?
She knew part of this story.
She knew the flavor of the baby going into it. She was just revealing to us. You know, a meeting that could have been an email. This was a 45-minute drive to my mama's house to eat leftovers that could have been a text message.
A text message. Absolutely right. Hey, we're having a girl. Thanks. Good talk. I mean, chick. Have a good night.
I've always lobbied my wife to not even find out. Like, let's have the grand reveal the way the Lord intended. Looking for a private part as soon as the baby comes out. That's what I want to do.
An or an outing when the baby comes out, and then you're done.
Tune into the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind, man. You guys making me laugh. I was just laughing.
Oh, gender reveal parties are over. Do not invite me to your gender reveal party. Just send me a text of what you're having.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a gander reveal party where I invite everyone over and then I just unleash a herd of ducks and then I just leave. I'm like, we're not pregnant. We're not pregnant. You got to deal with these ducks now. Good luck. No one likes ducks. It'd be awful. What were we talking about? Go get a tattoo of a duck if you want to at Trilogy Tattoo. Those folks are great. We're brought to you by them. We are also brought to you by the good folks at FanDuel Sportsbook. They are wonderful. Check them out. Also, you and I want to shout out you and say, man, that discussion on the y'all's jaw contract talk was awesome. I didn't feel like I needed to touch it on my show because I thought you guys did such a good job. So
yeah, Same was in his bag. He knows what's up. Like, it's good. It was good back and forth for sure. Like Ja is doing himself a solid, I think, betting on himself. And like Shane said, I think that solidifies Ja as a Grizzly for life.
Yep, I think you are correct. Let's have a quick little bit, but we got some football. We're going to talk a lot about Grizzlies tomorrow. Before we jump into the doubleheader of Monday Night Football tonight, though, that we have to talk about, I got a question, Rusty. Let me get my pen.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. Hey, I'm not. This isn't going where you think it's going to go, brother. Yet. The Titans lost 0-26. How did that make you feel? And is Coach Callahan going to have a job by the end of the day?
He better not. Callie's done, man. He's lost the team. Cam Ward yesterday came right out and said, like, I'm going to keep it a buck. We ass right now. I mean, you've lost your quarterback. You've lost the room. You lost the confidence of the fan base. It's a matter of time. It truly is. Callie is done. Honestly, like, I've given up being disheartened on Sundays because I can focus on fantasy football and just be like, yeah, like I at least got this going for me. And the Titans can't hurt me anymore. I'm plus a Mississippi State fan, so like the Titans will never hurt me as much as Mississippi State has over the years. But yeah, it's 26-0, an abysmal performance. He is the worst in-game managing, in-game coaching coach I've ever seen. And I watched a team led by Zach Arnett in Starkville, Mississippi, led by Joe Moorhead in Starkville, Mississippi. And Brian Callahan is the worst. Like, he is the Taylor Jenkins of Bill Parcells. Let's put it that way.
Damn. The Taylor Jenkins. That is good.
You see that trend where it's like the Michael Jordan of the whatever. Well, Brian Callahan is the Taylor Jenkins of Bill Parcells.
That's good. I love to hear you. That's the sentiment. I have one of my best friends. I saw a movie with him yesterday. He's a Titans fan, and that's exactly the sentiment he had. He was like, "Look, I can't hurt me anymore. Can't
hurt me anymore."
You know what might be able to hurt you, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but we have to talk about it. Tailgate Care Perry. I don't know if the better team won. But the Tennessee Volunteers won in overtime against the Mississippi State. How'd that make you feel? Because
it hurt.
I was stressed all day. I was just like, and I had to work. And so I was just kind of watching the score, and I was like, I was just like, this isn't supposed to be like this. We're either supposed to get beat or it's supposed to be like a 2-touchdown game. And I just thought, I thought you guys should have won.
Yeah. We got some dogs finally. After watching the product for the last 2 years, how abysmal it's been since Mike Leach passed away. That was Mississippi State football. We played hard defensively. We ran the football super effectively. Fluff Bothwell had an amazing game, just absolutely dominated on the ground. Like, for a game that I thought that the offensive line and defensive line for Tennessee were going to be the game changers. It ended up not being that as much as we were able. I mean, Bothwell had 134 yards. I'm trying to see. I think we had 198 yards on the ground, like just averaging almost 4 yards a carry, just like really getting after it on the ground.
Gash the D-line.
I mean, it looked really good. Our secondary was up to the task. They played really well. We didn't get enough pressure on Joey Aguilar. You take away 2 defensive touchdowns though, and Mississippi State wins because those 2 defensive touchdowns we spotted in 14. We gave them 14 points. Scoop and score, picks, gave away points. You take away those, and we win this game walking away. We're having a whole different conversation. I'm having tailgate therapy with you as a Tennessee fan.
Yep.
What I'll say, I hate moral victories just about more than anything. I'm competitive by nature, and I hate being like, well, you lost, but here's the silver lining. Like, it's shut up, nerd. Like, miss me with that. But this is the most competitive Mississippi State football team we've seen in 3 years.
Yep.
This is the most talented Mississippi State football team we've seen in 3 years. And now we're already at 4 wins. We're 4-1. If you told had told me in June, if you'd have told me last September, October, we were going to be 4-0 going to the Tennessee game this weekend, I would have laughed at you and offered you an NA or an AA pamphlet because you would have needed it.
You're like, can I print you the 12 steps, sir?
Yeah, because brother, I'm a Mississippi State fan, and that's wildly optimistic. But we're 4-1 heading into Texas A&M, which the road team dominates that series. We have a really legit chance. But either way, you win 2 of Texas A&M, Florida, Arkansas, and Ole Miss. Those 4 that are a couple of those I feel like we're going to win. Shout out to Jared. Ole Miss is always a toss-up, and maybe you get lucky against Missouri. But there's still a path to 6-6 or 7-5. 7-5 is pie in the sky, visions of grandeur, everything goes right. But to go, 6-6 is certainly within the realm of possibilities.
I just know that this Mississippi State team, I would be for the past three years, like you said, that when that team would roll in, you'd be like, okay, cool, scheduled win. I'm scared when they roll in now. I'm like, this team, it's like you said, this team is gonna be.
We're gonna upset somebody.
I thought we were going to lose. We got upset. The Vols got upset yesterday, except for those 2 defensive scores, and those aren't common, really. It's.
We've got an opportunity to make a really splash upset. You travel to Texas A&M, right? The road team dominates that. Typically the road team wins that one. Come at me in the comments if you want. That's fine. But Texas comes to Starkville, and Arch Manning has not quite been what we thought he was going to be.
No, he's got.
Could that be it? At Missouri is a little bit tougher, or maybe it's playing spoiler for Ole Miss in the playoffs at the end of the year. I would love nothing more, but we're going to upset somebody in Starkville this year.
It's going to happen,
and it's going to be electric. Yeah, that. It kind of makes me want to go to that Texas or Ole Miss game just to be there and be like, all right, let's just see what happens.
That's what I want to be there just in case.
Just in case. I'd been Starkville in a couple years.
I'd go to that Texas game, dude. That Texas game is tasty. Well, I'm glad you're doing better than I thought. You know what's really not tasty tonight? The doubleheader of Monday Night Football games. We've got we got the Jets at the Dolphins and the Bengals at the Broncos. If you want to head on over to FanDuel Sportsbook, we're going to look at some of the odds here. We've got actually I said we're going to look at some of the odds. We're not going to look at the odds for Jets Miami because that game's probably going to be bad. I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to. Let's look at Cincinnati and Denver. Those odds, this game was a tasty matchup at the beginning of the season, and then it was kind of not.
Shout out Turf Toe.
Yep, shout out Turf Toe. Sponsors of the show, Turf Toe. The Broncos are favored by a touchdown and a half, so 7.5. The over/under is 43.5. Rudy, it's gonna be tough with the Browns team that is present, or excuse me, the Bengals team that is present. Jared's in the comments. I know he's a big Broncos guy. The Broncos need to win this game. Should win this game if they want to be taken seriously.
Should win this game pretty heavily.
If they want to be taken seriously, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. No Joe Burrow. No, Jake Browning was terrible last weekend for the Bengals. Yes, terrible. They still have Chase Brown. Yes, they still have Jamar Chase and some weapons there. That you get the ball in their hands, things can happen.
They got T. Higgins.
That defense for Denver is for real. They're really good. I think they can shut down the running game, force Jake Browning to win the game tonight, and I just don't see that happening. I think this is the Broncos win fairly handily.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you know what? If you feel so confident, it's time for our daily dose of It's a Trap. Also brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook and named in honor of Admiral Akbar, my guy, almost mascot for the Ole Miss, the number 4 ranked Ole Miss. Can't wait to talk to Drew about that.
Yeah.
Kidding. I love you, Uncle Buck.
I hate Ole Miss with a fiery passion, but that's a good football team.
Yeah, they look good, man. They look like a good ball team.
They look pretty good.
They look pretty good. This morning's topic of It's a Trap, where I give our guest 3 bets. He's got to tell me which one's a trap bet. Cincinnati and Denver. This game, 2 score, 2+ touchdowns. I found this to be a little interesting. So, what are the odds that one of these players is going to score 2+ touchdowns? Is it J.K. Dobbins at plus 450, Jamar Chase at plus 1,000, or Cortland Sutton plus 1,000?
Running backs usually are pretty good bets, so J.K. Dobbins kind of makes sense. You said plus 450 for J.K. Dobbins?
Yep.
That kind of makes sense. Plus 1,000 for both Jamar Chase and Cortland Sutton? I think Jamar Chase might have better odds than that. Is Jamar Chase the trap?
Jamar Chase is the trap.
Let's go.
But you're lucky you don't. The other way.
How about that?
I was like, you're lucky you don't got to explain yourself, because J.K. Dobbins plus 450 is correct. Cortland Sutton at plus 1,000 is also correct. I mean, if you think Bo Nix is going to be tossing 2 touchdowns, good luck. Chase Brown plus 1,000. Jamar Chase is only at plus 14. I mean, they got no faith in Brown.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, given the quarterback situation, that makes sense. I was right on the logic. Logic's my way into that one, but back door.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. That's not how the game works.
Exactly. I ain't got to show my math.
No, that's it. The points don't matter, brother. You just got to say trap. That's all you got to do. T. Higgins odds in this too, they were like plus 2,500. It's really, they got no faith in the Bengals. Yeah. Real quick before we get out of here, how was your weekend? Because Mondays are for lasagna. It's where we talk about the best and the worst from the weekend. It's important. It's named in honor of Garfield.
Yeah, it was great. Best
Grind City
was Grind City was amazing. It was awesome. Maggie and I spent a ton of time together this weekend, and she and I just been like under a lot of stress at work and a lot of things going on, and like it was really nice just to have a relaxing weekend with her, especially yesterday, just having some downtime. Went for a walk, read some books. I made a new dinner last night. It was really good. Like it was a much needed, just like us weekend. And so super thankful for that. That's the best. And when you have a weekend like that, we have a Grind City show and time with your lady, there is no Monday.
Man, I'm right there with you, dude. I had so my Monday is going to be that I had to work during the Grind City show, which was kind of a bummer, but I got to watch you guys, which was great. I also had a day with my lady yesterday. It was awesome. It was late, like hanging out with your lady is awesome. You know, when you get
10 out of 10, recommend it.
Recommend it. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to FanDuel. Thank you to Grind City. Thank you to Trilogy Tattoo. $2 today at 11. Media Day at 11. Anthony Sane at 1. We got a full day for you. We're going to be back tomorrow. And if we can leave you with anything today, remember this. Remember these 2 things. Close my eyes off. I look like Lady Gaga. 1, be a little weird like Lady Gaga. And 2, and Deadpool. Remember to smile, everybody. Remember to smile. Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.